Welcome back to Calling in the One, day 3. So, lesson 3, day 3, we're going to get into it. If you're new here, I am doing a series where I am practicing calling in the One. And it is a way for me to invite you into my world as I decide that I want to have a life partner. And I want you to have one too. And so we're going to do it together. I had such a beautiful day last night. I just have to talk about hot yoga is so healing. If you're going through something, if you're going through heartbreak, if you're going through you're just feeling a lot and you don't really know what to do, hot yoga is so healing. And I'm talking about go to one of those hot classes, like super, super, super hot. I mean, I'm just dripping sweat. I mean, my hair, it became even more of a fro, which I actually am totally vibing with right now. I was trying to push my hair down and give myself bangs and all that. And I was like, nah, girl, let it be free. Let it be free. So, hot yoga has been giving me life. I've gone every day this week. So it's already 3 days. I am going to go again tonight, and I'm so excited about it. It just feels like I'm giving to myself in a way that, like, I didn't really even understand that I needed. So, with that, just keep hot yoga on the burner if you're interested in doing the same. So, lesson 3 is called Accessing. This is the book, by the way. I'm going to try to introduce it every time. Calling in the One. This is the book that we're reading from. So it's lesson 3, Accessing the Power to Manifest a Miracle. So I highlighted a few things from this excerpt because I wanted to share them with you. But I do encourage you to actually buy the book too, experience it, decide if this could be something for you. I really want you to make sure that you're getting all the juiciness that Katherine puts in here. Katherine, right? Yeah. Katherine Woodward Thomas. Woodward Thomas. Okay, so these are a couple notes that I underlined. In always making the relationship about them and disappearing herself, she was actually encouraging them to do the same. She goes ahead and shares different stories in everyone, but I really love this. In always making the relationship about them disappearing herself, she was actually encouraging them to do the same. That was something that I related to because I feel like I'm somebody who's pretty accommodating in a relationship. Almost sometimes I think accommodating to the point where I'm not even considering what I need. Like I remember at one point I was asked like, do you need anything, or is there anything you want, or is there anything you need? And I remember just thinking, no, I don't have any needs right now. I'm fine. I feel fulfilled. I feel good. But I think it's important to realize that like we all have needs and we always have needs all the time. And so something that kind of came to my mind while reading this is to understand that it is okay to have wants and needs. And it is okay that even if those needs feel small, like maybe it's a hug, maybe it's, maybe it's a kiss, maybe it's I want to go somewhere with you, maybe it's I need quality time, maybe it's I need words of affirmation, like whatever it is, I think we do all have needs. And even when you are satisfied and in complete agreement and feeling like you are fully in the relationship that you need to be in, I think it's okay to voice those needs. And more importantly, it's important to voice those needs because you want people to start to get to a point where they understand like you are a human being and you have needs. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is a story about her friend Ida, and Ida didn't wait until she was in a new relationship to begin making changes about herself. So she started becoming very transparent to others. She was surprised to discover that some people actually adjusted themselves accordingly in a way of showing her how much they did care about her when she actually assessed and said what her needs were. So this is really about encouraging yourself to speak to your needs. Okay, so now what I want you to do is this is more of a journaling thing, but I want you to see yourself as the source. In lesson 3, we start to get into the work of who we are and what stories we've told ourselves about love. So these are some of the stories that she explains in here, and maybe you've heard these or maybe you've repeated them yourself. All the good ones are taken. Men don't like powerful women. And I just haven't met the right person. And you secretly are wondering whenever you say this, if like, you secretly are wondering whenever you say this, like you secretly wonder when you're saying this, if you are actually the right person. Is it you that needs to do something, right? And we want to, in this lesson, we want to identify our patterns in love. So you're going to journal on your experiences of love to date to try to identify the painful and disappointing experience you tend to have time and time again. For example, I get involved with unavailable people. I'm never the one chosen. Men don't commit to me and then marry the next person they date. Women are judgmental and critical of me. I'm always in a long distance relationship. I'm always lied to and betrayed. No one ever shows up for me when I need them. If you've been following me for a long time, it's really hard for me to say some of these statements simply because I am very careful with my words. But lesson 3 is all about identifying some of those things that are in your head that you don't necessarily want to say out loud, but you think often. And when you think of them, they give you a visceral feeling in your body. And so you're disconnecting from that. Do your best to describe what actually happens versus your emotional interpretation of what happens. For example, men reject me is what actually happens. Men don't like me and think other women are better than me might be the emotional interpretation of what happens. Right now, we were looking to identify the theme of your love life. What story do you find yourself stuck in, no matter how hard you try to have it go another way? You can pause me for a second if you want to take a second and just journal this, or you can just listen to everything I'm saying, take notes, and you can do it after the video. Number 2, okay, notice where you feel the pain of the pattern in your body. So I want you to close your eyes right now, and I want you to take a deep breath as though you could breathe all the way down into your hips. I do this every video. Notice where you feel the emotional pain of the pattern in your body. Extend a sense of love and support to the part of you that's holding the hurt of your pattern. I want you to imagine, are you feeling this pain in your throat? Is it in your heart? Is it in your sacral area? Is it in your belly? Is it in your legs? Is it in your head? Does it feel above you? Does it feel like it's all consuming? I just want you to notice how it feels right now. And I want you to see if you can identify what you're making the pattern mean about you. In other words, your emotional interpretation of the pattern. I'll always be alone. No one cares about me. I'm not good enough. There is something wrong with me. When you see this clearly, open your eyes and write it down in your journal. This is how you've been explaining to yourself why the pattern keeps happening. Let's assume, however, that whatever that internal dialogue is, that is just a story you made up long time ago in response to a wounding and not necessarily the truth about you. Number 3, notice who or what you've been blaming this pattern on. Think of this question. Journal on the following question. What have I been blaming for this pattern? What have I been blaming for this pattern? For example, I've been blaming my mom for being so negligent. I've been blaming myself for being too fat, too skinny, not having the right body type, being too short, being too tall. I've been blaming women for being manipulative. I've been blaming men for being manipulative. Find out what it is that you have been blaming all of this on and try and identify that in your journal. It might be multiple things, and that's okay too. Number 4, identify a way you've been the source of the pattern. Inside of your emotional interpretation, you have most likely shown up in ways that have unconsciously generated the pattern. It feels like it's happening to you, but it's actually happening through you. For example, inside of Ida's emotional interpretation of the pattern, the woman I was talking about that Katherine talks about in this lesson, she was saying to herself, men don't care about my feelings and needs. And her assumption that this was because men were selfish. This was because her assumption was that men were selfish. It didn't even occur to her to share what she was feeling and needing. Yet in not sharing what she felt and needed, she never gave others a chance to demonstrate that they might actually care about her feelings and needs. If only she had the courage to share what they were. So you can't turn down the volume on your feelings and then say, they're not showing up for me because you never asked. So you want to journal on the following question. Inside of my emotional interpretation, how do I show up in ways that generate the pattern? This is something that's really common in people pleasers. I have been a people pleaser. I won't say that I'm the most extreme people pleaser, but what happens is you turn down the volume of your needs and then you neglect yourself, and then other people around you can never fill your cup to the level that you could fill your cup. And so you also don't feel comfortable asking. So you become even more neglected, more neglected, more neglected. And you put yourself in a space where you are so disconnected from yourself that you are not having a moment to really realize like how much you're actually contributing to your own dysregulation, to your own sadness, to your own loneliness. I've been there. That's why I'm talking about it like this, okay? Inside of the assumption, I'm all alone in life. When I feel hurt by someone, rather than pick up the phone to try to work it out, I withdraw and put up a wall to protect myself. Inside of the assumption, I'm not good enough, I overgive to try to prove my value, and in the process, covertly communicate I'm not very valuable. Inside of the assumption, I'm not safe, I'm combative and defensive, and I put others on defense, causing a lack of safety in our relationship. I want you to identify at least one way that you are the source of pain of a painful pattern in a way that opens up the choice to do things differently moving forward. So you're going to write inside of the assumption, ... I, and then you will explain what you do, right? So the assumption comes first, and then you explain what exactly it is that you do that is perpetuating it. Bonus, practice in action. Make one new choice today to show up differently based on what you discovered about yourself as the source of your painful patterns in love. Try showing up in a new way that has the potential to generate a new experience. For example, share your true feelings with someone you'd normally stay silent with. Say no rather than automatically give someone what they want. Negotiate for your own needs and desires, or take the risk to set a boundary with someone you want to like you. These are all really great things. This is the first lesson that we have that actually causes us to immediately go inward and say, what have I been doing to contribute to this story? How am I going to address my real self-talk around dating, around love, around relationships, around my future, around what I think is possible for me, around what I believe I deserve as a human being? Deep, so deep. Because a lot of times we want to bury our head in the sand, myself included. Hi, I'm here doing this work with you. And this is where we take our head out of the sand and we say, it's okay. We can sit here and we can do this together. So this is the toughest one so far, but I know that you can do it. I did it this morning. I sat with myself, and I'm wishing you so much love today. Just remember that I love you. I know you love you. I'm so excited for you. We are doing this together. We are calling in the one together, and I will see you tomorrow.